Education and the Gold Key Students Award Ceremony come to order. Let us stand, if you will, as we receive the Southwest Edgecombe High School Air Force Junior ROTC for the presentation of colors.
Colors. Present. Arms.
Please join me as we pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. About face. Right face. Forward. March.
Join me in celebrating our ROTC. You may be seated. Welcome, if you will, to the May 8, 2023 board meeting. The public may view this meeting with the link provided. Item number 2, the approval of the agenda. Board members, you have received the agenda. Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions to the presented agenda?
I do have one adjustment. If we could add one item, 11.1B is where it will be located. This is approval for Mr. Larry Armstrong to represent the board in demerger issues with Nash County Board of Education. Again, item 11.1B.
Are there others? Hearing none, do we hear a motion to receive the agenda as amended?
Mr. Chairman, Evelyn Shaw Wilson, I offer a motion that we approve the agenda as amended. Second.
Motion second by board member Kent for the approval of the agenda as amended. You've heard that motion and second. Any unreadiness, questions, or problems with it? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by using the voting sign aye. Aye. All opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. Item number 3.1, recognitions employee of the month. Ms. Hope.
Good evening, Mr. Board Chair, Madam Vice Chair, members of the board, Superintendent Bridges, and special guest. I'm excited to introduce the Employee of the Month for May. Takesha Jones is a family and consumer science teacher at Southwest Edgecombe High School. According to Principal Dr. Lauren Lampron, Ms. Jones is an incredible educator who takes her craft and profession seriously. She serves as the CTE Program Department Chairperson, where she creates incredible bonds, serves as a role model, builds relationships with her students. Weekly, she drives her early childhood education students to Bullock Elementary School on an activity bus for her students' internships. She also serves faithfully on the school improvement team and Transcend team, helping to identify the guiding principles that shape the overall school design, as well as the individual components within the school. Although much of her time is devoted to educational endeavors, this year she helped plan the Southwest Career and College Fair and Curriculum Nights. In everything she does, she exhibits the highest level of professionalism. Congratulations to the ECPS Employee of the Month for May, Takesha Jones. Ms. Jones will also be receiving a gift card from Greg Sessoms, a local State Farm insurance agent.
Congratulations.
One of our high school students has been selected to attend the prestigious Governor School of North Carolina. Governor School is a 5.5-week summer residential program for outstanding high school students. The program integrates academic disciplines, arts, and unique courses. We are proud to recognize Alexis Knight from Tarboro High School, who will be attending the Governor School on the campus of Winston-Salem State University this summer. Congratulations to Alexis.
Thank you. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Charlotte Privet and Dr. Fred Wood to the stage to present the W.A. Patilla National Alumni Association Awards.
Good evening. Chairperson Privet, Vice Chairperson Wilson, board members, Superintendent Bridges. For the past 12 years, except for the 3-year hiatus for COVID, I have had the pleasure to appear at this forum to present our incentive awards to your students. As tonight marks my final appearance as the association president, I want to publicly thank the Edgecombe County Public Schools for the support that it has given to our Alumni Association over the years. It is our pleasure to be affiliated with you, and we look forward to many years to come. Thank you. As youth growing up in the East Harbor and Princeville communities, we were blessed with many role models. The W.A. Patilla High School National Alumni Association is delighted to again offer an incentive award program. We will present an award to a student in each ECPS elementary and middle school in the name of a pioneer in leadership and community services. The award will recognize a student chosen by the school and using the guidelines of their school who exemplified the characteristic traits and example of the honoree in a developmentally appropriate way. The award will be a framed certificate and a $50 cash award. The name of the honoree for this year is the late Mr. Ernest Lee Pitt. I will respectfully and affectionately call him Ernest, as we were schoolmates in high school. Ernest was born March 16, 1946 in Tarboro, North Carolina, and was reared in East Harbor in a section of Elm Street called Flat Top City. He was one of 6 children. Tonight, hopefully we have a representative of the family here. Ernest graduated from W.A. Patilla High School in 1964 and then moved to New York. He loved playing baseball and played semi-pro baseball in Brooklyn, New York. Ernest retired from baseball in September of 1970 and moved back to Tarboro. Upon returning to Tarboro, he attended Edgecombe Technical Institute and received a certificate in automotive body repair. He began his second career in May of 1973, working for the town of Tarboro as an assistant recreation center supervisor. Ernest worked at M.A. Ray Center in East Tarboro and was the coach for the baseball, basketball, track, and swim teams. The children on the teams gave him love and respect, claiming that Coach Pitt was the best coach ever. Ernest wore many hats with the Tarboro Recreation Department. He was a mentor, a teacher, and a father figure. His rule was, if you don't attend school, you will not play on a team. The children who played under him thought that he was tough, and as he would tolerate no bad behavior. Ernest retired from the town of Tarboro on December 1st, 2002, after 30 years and 6 months of service. After Indian Lake opened in Tarboro, the staff of the town of Tarboro Recreation Department asked Ernest to come out of retirement and manage the Indian Lake complex. Following this successful tenure, Ernest retired a second time from the town of Tarboro. Ernest's hobbies included hunting, fishing. He thoroughly enjoyed giving out candy to children and their parents on his favorite holiday, Halloween. Ernest was a friend to many in the area. He passed away on December 25th, 2015. If there's a representative of the Pitt family, would you please come forward now?
We would like to present to you the certificate in honor of Ernest Lee Pitt for outstanding community, people-oriented, and academic skills by the W.A. Patilla National Alumni Association. Thank you, ECPS, elementary and middle school principals and school, for selecting our Patillo Ernest Lee Pitt Incentive Award. Each student will be presented a certificate as well as a $50 cash award. Beginning with our elementary school students, Hayden Garner, W.G. Bullock High School. Harmony Brown, G.W. Carver Elementary School. Skalea Middle, Coker-Wimberley Elementary School. Skalea here. Do we have a representative from Coker-Wimberley? Jatavius Columbus, Princeville Elementary School. Do we have a representative from Princeville? Antonio Drawn, W.A. Patilla Middle School. Antonio Drawn. Ava Phillips, West Edgecombe Middle School. Ava Phillips. Josiah Mercer, Phillips Middle School. Mario Cabrera Hernandez, Martin Millennial Academy, and Cassidy Liverman of Martin Millennial Academy. Kanishika Daliwa of South Edgecombe Middle School. Seth Britt, Stotts Elementary School. Seth Britt.
Parenthetically, Mr. Chairperson and Superintendent Bridges, next week we will be awarding some $9,000 in scholarships and grants to your students. It's our pleasure.
We'd like to once again thank the members of the Patilla National Alumni Association for their incredible support of our schools and our students. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Charlene Pittman to the stage for some special recognitions.
Good evening, Board Chair, Madam Vice Chair, Board of Education members, and Dr. Bridges. We have several teachers to recognize this evening who received teacher legislative performance bonuses earlier this year based on outstanding student achievement during the 2021-2022 school year. The first group of teachers is recognized for excellence in student advanced placement testing. Ms. Shanna Frost Shoemaker, Southwest Edgecombe High School. Ms. Sarah Scott, Southwest Edgecombe High School. The following teachers are recognized for excellence in student career and technical education certifications. Mr. Terrence Fennell, Southwest Edgecombe High School. Ms. Georgia James, Southwest Edgecombe High School. Mr. Carl Phipps, North Edgecombe High School. The following teachers are recognized for student growth in the top 25% of teachers in the state and/or district. Diana Alford, West Edgecombe Middle School. Ashley Fry, Phillips Middle School. Abigail Harrell, Martin Millennium Academy. Tamika Johnson, South Edgecombe Middle School. Kimberly Lewis, G.W. Carver Elementary School. Elizabeth Lunsford, G.W. Carver Elementary School. Justine Norris, G.W. Carver Elementary School. Raynell Phipps, Princeville Elementary School. Lee Pope, Phillips Middle School. Paula Pruden, Coker Wimberley Elementary School. Kenya Rayner, Phillips Middle School. Shaquinia Smith Johnson, Princeville Elementary School. Charlotta White Fletcher, Princeville Elementary School. And Rachel Winter, G.W. Bullock Elementary School.
It is now time to recognize our Gold Key students. Gold Key students are recognized by the Edgecombe County Board of Education for serving as positive role models for their classmates and other young people. They are students who have demonstrated qualities of good character and behavior and have made extra efforts to achieve academic success. Teachers nominate students who may have completed a special community service project or demonstrated special acts of kindness, consideration, or courage. We would ask now for all the elementary Gold Key students from Bullock, Carver, Coker-Wimberley, Princeville, Stocks, and all students from Martin Millennium Academy to please make your way to this area along the wall over here to be lined up. So again, all elementary students and all students from MMA. Students, as your name is called, you're going to come up the steps and you can receive your certificate from our board chair, Raymond Privet, and our superintendent, Dr. Bridges. Please wait on stage for the rest of your school's Gold Key winners so we can take a picture of the group and then you can exit on the other side of the stage. Parents, please feel free to move forward to take pictures. In order to hear each student's name, please hold all applause until the last student from each school is recognized. Our first school is G.W. Bullock Elementary School. The principal is Melissa Altomos. Our first student is Raylee Joyner. She's in pre-K. Raylee does a great job following all rules and directions given in class. She is a super friend to all of her classmates and aims to include everyone. Anna Brooke Hamilton, she's in first grade. She is a great friend and responsible student. She is always willing to help her classmates, and she's always eager to learn. Joey Silver, he's in third grade. He is always on task and is a hard worker. He is a positive role model for his peers because he is always respectful and kind. Sergio Flores, he's in fifth grade. Sergio is an outstanding student and he loves school. He is a great friend to others and is always willing to help everyone. Congratulations to the Gold Key students from Bullock Elementary School. Next is Carver Elementary School. The principal is Krista Miller. Our first student is Kalia Albritton. She's in third grade. She is a soaring eagle within the school. She sets an example for her peers by being respectful to others, helping others, and having a growth mindset. Juliana Hill, she's in fourth grade. She's a well-rounded student who puts 100% effort in everything she does. She goes above and beyond in the classroom and is a positive influence to her peers. Kaylin Hawkins, she's in fifth grade. Kaylin is an excellent example of a model student. She is always ready and willing to help her classmates and teachers with a smile. She is a role model for her fellow students. Ethan Lopez Priato, he's in fifth grade. He is respectful, responsible, and always willing to help out his peers. He helps to strengthen this class community by making everyone feel included. Congratulations to the Gold Key students from Carver Elementary. Our next school is Coker Wimberley Elementary. The principal is Miss Melanie Hunter. Our first student is Michelle Barreras Laredo. She's in third grade. Michelle is a hard-working student that sets goals for herself. She is caring and kind to her classmates and respectful to adults. Keon Hyman, he's in fourth grade. He is a determined young man. He takes his work seriously and makes good grades because of his determination. Kinley Labrado, he's in fourth grade. Kinley is an outstanding student who puts forth her best effort every day. She is willing to help her classmates and teachers whenever the need arises. Kinley is respectful and believes in doing her best and being her best at all times. And Sterling Collins, fifth grade. Sterling is a bright, sweet young lady that is helpful in the classroom. Her commitment to her own learning is just amazing, and she is always doing her best to help others. Congratulations to the Gold Key students from Coker Wimberley Elementary School. Our next school is Martin Millennium Academy. The principal is Dr. Kelly Ann Mudd. Our first student is Jackson Harrell. He's in kindergarten. Jackson is always striving to be better daily. He works really hard academically to grow and reach goals in the classroom. Kaysen Staten, he's in second grade. Kaysen always strives to be the definition of a global leader. Whether it's helping his peers, his teachers, or welcoming visitors into the classroom, Kaysen is always positive and sets a good example for others. Isabella Alvarez, she's in sixth grade. She's always kind to her peers. When she sees someone in need, she offers to help. Isabella always provides quality work and has a growth mindset. Diego Nieto Aviado is in 7th grade. Diego is a wonderful student to have in class. He works well with others and is a natural leader. He offers to help and goes above and beyond to cultivate a positive classroom environment. Congratulations to the Gold Key students from Martin Millennium Academy. Our next school is Princeville Elementary School. Dr. Dove is going to come up with these students from Princeville. Our first student is Amir Darden, kindergarten. Amir is a bright and vibrant scholar who is always eager to learn. Even when he gets discouraged, he never gives up. Kalani Kearney, kindergarten. Kalani is an outstanding young scholar who demonstrates leadership in the classroom. She leads her peers during rotations and is always willing to help keep the school environment clean. Malaya Lyons, 2nd grade. Malaya is a very sweet and respectful student. She works hard and is very helpful. She is a pleasure to have in the classroom. Wilmer Santiago Ramirez, 5th grade. Wilmer is a great student. He follows directions and actively participates in class. He is respectful and a good role model for his peers. Congratulations to the Gold Key students from Princeville Elementary School. Stocks Elementary School, the principal, Christian Herring. Our first student is Erin Hoyt, pre-K. She's an excellent role model to other students in the classroom. She comes to school with a radiant smile and an eagerness to help others. Omari Staten, kindergarten. Omari is such a kind gentleman. He has refreshing and delightful personality and is a true joy to have in the classroom. Asani Brooks, 1st grade. Asani is dedicated to meeting all academic goals she sets for herself. She always has a smile to share, as well as a helpful hand. Elavia Flight, 2nd grade. She keeps her work area tidy, completes all of her work to the best of her ability, and helps other peers in need of assistance. She always brings a positive, bubbly attitude to school and is an important asset to her classroom's culture. Congratulations to the Gold Key students from Stocks Elementary School. One more round of applause for all of our elementary students. It's now time for the middle school Gold Key students to line up. So students from Batilla Middle, Phillips Middle, South Edgecombe, and West Edgecombe, please move to the area to be lined up. Our first school is W.A. Patilla Middle School. The principal is LaShawn Jenkins. Our first student is Juliana Gilbert. She's in 7th grade. She's a student that brings joy wherever she goes. She does not shy away from encouraging other students with different abilities and often helps them to grow. She volunteers often and is not afraid to try something new. Aaliyah Pitt. She is always eager to participate in class and is willing to assist and encourage her classmates. She shares her positive attitude everywhere she goes. Traylon Pittman, 7th grade. Traylon is a smart, friendly, and compassionate student. He always does what is right and is not easily swayed by his peers. He encourages those around him to always do their best. Zairius Petaway, 8th grade. Zairius is a natural student leader who not only excels in athletics, but also in the classroom. He displays integrity and great character. He is humble and a joy to teach. And also from Patilla, we have one student who was not here when we passed out the Patilla Alumni Awards. So I'd like to invite Antonio Drone to the stage to accept his award. He's here. Congratulations to Antonio and all the Gold Key students from Patilla. Our next school is Phillips Middle School. Ms. Crystal Phillips is the principal. Our first student is Ariana Sanchez Calistro. She's in 6th grade. Her positive and bubbly personality is contagious. Her attitude towards learning is a model for all. She is passionate about learning and is always willing to help others. Ayana Williams is a model student. Her positive and determined attitude impacts her as well as her peers. She is very kind and thoughtful and always willing to help others. Skylar Clark, 8th grade. Skylar always ensures her peers feel included and supported every day. She works incredibly hard in all of her classes and is always willing to lend a helping hand. Josiah Mercer, 8th grade. Josiah has a positive attitude towards learning, helping and supporting school efforts. She takes on many leadership roles, represents her peers at various school events, and leads the morning announcements. Congratulations to the Phillips Middle School Gold Key students. Our next middle school is South Edgecombe Middle School. Mr. Billy Strother is the principal. Our first student is Callie Ann Webb, 6th grade. She's a thoughtful student who is kind to others, generous with her knowledge, and joyful to teach. She shows great sportsmanship and participated in volleyball, basketball, and is currently on the school softball team. Mariah Brooks, 7th grade. Mariah is a model student who puts forth extra efforts to achieve academic excellence. She is always willing to assist her classmates as well as her teachers. Jakira Jones. Jakira is heavily involved in extracurricular educational activities and enjoys service learning within her community. She does this with a positive attitude and a smile on her face. Gracie Beeman. Gracie is an exceptional student who excels in and out of the classroom. She is also a student athlete year-round, both in and outside of school. Congratulations to the South Edgecombe Middle School Gold Key students. Our final middle school is West Edgecombe Middle School. Dr. Kelsey Ballard is the principal. Our first student is Camille Barnes, 6th grade. Camille is well liked by her classmates, and she is always willing to help those that need a little extra help. She is highly engaged in class and strives to give her best effort every single day. Shalia Coley, 7th grade. She constantly makes efforts to go above and beyond in all that she puts her mind to, striving to always showcase her best work. She has demonstrated outstanding leadership as a member of the school's robotics club, STEM team, and soccer team. Zanaya Dickens. Zanaya Dickens is a kind and helpful student. She works hard in her classes, doing her assignments with a high level of accuracy, and is pleasant around others. Amira Chapman. 8th grade, Amira has maintained an A average throughout the school year. She is active in after-school activities and was a member of the school's volleyball team and is a vital participant on the school's invention team who recently placed 3rd overall in the Tri-County competition. Congratulations to the West Edgecombe Middle School Gold Key students. Another round of applause for all of our middle school Gold Key students. At this time, we'd like to invite all of our high school Gold Key students from Edgecombe Early College, North Edgecombe High School, Southwest Edgecombe, and Tarboro High to please line up. Our first high school is Edgecombe Early College High School. Mr. Gerald Williams is the community liaison there. Our first student is Sarah Hunter. She's in 9th grade. She is a fantastic student who allows herself to make mistakes and learn from her experiences. She spends her free time writing novels, which is only one of her many talents. Isabella De Leon. Isabella is always on top of her work and will help anyone who needs it. She is a model student in the classroom. Tristan Revis, 11th grade. Tristan is a shining light in the classroom. He brings joy and humor wherever he is. He is dedicated to being an active part of his school family through prom committee and other organizations he is involved in. Willard Dean Lafferty, he's a super senior. He has the purest heart, the strongest work ethic, and can talk to anyone for hours about any topic. Dean is a true friend to every person that he meets. Congratulations to the Gold Key students from Edgecombe Early College High School. Our next school is North Edgecombe High School. Ms. Siobhan Creaky is the principal. Our first student is Brandon Paredes. He's in 9th grade. He's an extremely positive young man. He is consistently respectful to his peers and teachers. He is a responsible student who takes ownership of his learning by asking questions and leaning into challenges. Deshauna Harper, 10th grade. Deshauna is a wonderful and amazing young lady who always goes above and beyond expectations. She excels on her assignments and with helping her peers. Celacia Johnson, 11th grade. Celacia is always such a joy to be around. She consistently helps teachers and classmates. She leads remediation groups while showing confidence and positivity. And Wilson Silva. He's in 12th grade. He's a very intelligent young man and continues to excel in every subject. He works well with others to make sure they understand and get their work done. He is self-motivated and an independent learner. Congratulations to the North Edgecombe High School Gold Key students. Next up, Southwest Edgecombe High School, Principal Dr. Lauren Lampron. Our first student is Tyshawn Dowd. He's in 9th grade. He's a pleasant young man to work with. He has a sweet and generous spirit. He takes the time every morning to sing uplifting songs to his teachers and classmates as well as saying encouraging words to everyone. DeAndre Thompson, 10th grade. DeAndre is a motivated and dedicated student with his eye on the ultimate prize, a quality education. He surrounds himself with friends who will help him on his path towards greatness. Siobhan Reed, 11th grade. She has a strong work ethic and a genuine interest in learning. She is a dedicated student who brings positivity and kindness to her classes every day. She inspires happiness and productivity in her fellow students. Jalissa Pridgen. She's a scholar athlete who is a leader in the classroom and on the field and court. She is a team player and shows kindness to everyone she meets. She has recently signed with North Carolina State University with an athletic and academic scholarship and plans to run track. Congratulations to the Southwest Edgecombe Gold Key students. And now, Tarboro High School, Mr. Terry Hopkins is the principal. Our first student is Jaquelia Brinson. She's in 9th grade. She works well with others in group situations and is a well-rounded student. She is very respectful to her teachers and her classmates and is a great classroom helper. Kendrick Cofield, 10th grade. He's an outstanding student who strives for academic excellence on a daily basis. He takes an interest in every topic that is presented to him and wants to consistently learn as much as possible. Elijah Carroll, 11th grade. Elijah is always smiling regardless of the information or situation that may challenge him. He is always open to new information in a way that allows him to continue learning about himself and the world. And Kara Craddock, 12th grade. She is a respectful and responsible student who is motivated and goal-oriented. She recognizes the importance of working hard to achieve success. Congratulations to the Tarboro High School Gold Key students. Thank you to parents and families for being here, and once again, congratulations to all of our Gold Key students.
Those who need to leave, let us give them time to transition, if you will, please.
Okay, me too.
Wow. My goodness. Okay. But where is your, oh, it's coming. I see it. Okay. I'm used to seeing it.
It's usually earlier.
Let's resume our agenda, if you will. Item number 4, public comments, a holding sheet. We don't have any signees, so we move now to item number 4, Number 5, the approval of the open session minutes. You have received a copy of the open session minutes for April 24th, 2023. Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions to those minutes? Hearing none, do we hear a motion?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the board minutes, open session minutes.
Motion and second for the approval of the open session minutes of April 24th, 2023. You've heard that motion and second. Any questions on readiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by using the voting sign aye. Aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. We move now to item number 6.1, items for information, updates. Dr. B.
Thank you. So each board member, you should have a one-page sheet with school updates and just a few things that I'll share or mention here. This is Teacher Appreciation Week, and so of course we have some phenomenal teachers who are doing their very best every day to ensure that students are successful. We want to thank our ECPS teachers who work so hard to make a difference, and so we know throughout our school system there are lots of celebrations happening at school. From our central office staff, we will send out, as we have in the past, some really nice trays of cookies and sweets for the staff members. We don't just do it for the teachers, so those will go out this week. And if you are out at a school, please just recognize or thank our teachers for the hard work that they do. The second item listed is Edge Academy of Health Sciences. And you know we are continuing to recruit prospective students. This past week, there were meetings for students who attend Nash County schools, and so we're starting to interact with those students. We've been able to share information with them. There have been teams that have interviewed some of our students, and some have already been admitted into the schools. I think our last count is a little over 50 students who have applied, and there are about 24 students who have been admitted. And we'll continue rolling with the enrollment. Our goal again is 100 students, 50 ninth graders, 50 10th graders. And each time I'll update you as we continue to enroll students.
Are there questions? Okay.
Okay, and then Special Olympics games. Several folks were out at Tarboro High School this past Friday. And again, we want to say thank you to our students, our teachers, and folks that came out and celebrated Special Olympics spring games. Very proud of that. And we're thankful for our EC director, Ms. Megan Sykes, for pulling that off along with her team. The last thing at the bottom is the joint meeting with county commissioners. Ms. Dina Howell is going to share some information later in our agenda, but just wanted to put in front of you some of the numbers and some of the requests that we made at our joint county commissioner meeting. Our request was much larger than usual, and so I again just want to put those numbers in front of you. You may get questions from people, so you'll know what the amounts were composed of and the why behind our ask. So just again wanted to share that with you. Okay, from me.
Are there questions or comments concerning the updated information? Hearing none, then we move to the next item, item number 6.2, field trip. Dr. B.
So the first field trip you see is Tarboro High School. And this was a field trip request that came in between board meetings. This was to North Carolina A&T University. It was a drone competition for 10th and 11th graders. You see the departure and return time, and you see in your board book there were 5 students, 1 adult, and you see the advisor that was there. Just wanted to bring it to your attention and to see if there were any questions or concerns for that trip, as well as Southwest Edgecombe High School. They went to King's Dominion. This was grades 9 through 12, and that happened on May 6th. You see departure and return times. You see the number of students was 45, and the chaperones or adults that joined them were 3. Any questions or concerns?
Hearing none. We move then to, there are no committee reports. We move now to item 8.1A, consent items, one motion. Dr. Bridges?
Absolutely. So again, you see some field trips, and in your board books you see additional information. But you see an overnight for Tarboro High School is their summer leadership Black Mountain trip that the JROTC does. Gives you the date listed there. It's actually Harbor High School, and it's also Southwest. Gives you the departure date, the return date, and gives you the packet will tell you there are 30 students and 5 adults that will be participating in that trip. In addition, 8.2A, you see a fundraiser for Phillips Middle School. This is from their athletic department. They're selling tickets. They're $10 each. The dates are May 9th through the 16th. This is for their annual athletic banquet that will be held on May 18th.
Are there questions concerning 8.1A or 8.2A? Hearing none, do we hear a motion to accept those action items?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the consent item as presented.
Second.
Motion and second by Johnson. You've heard that motion and second for the approval of the consent items. Are there any corrections, deletions, or questions? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by using the voting sign aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. 8.1B.
So, this is the, I think the timeline, and you all have a copy of that. I reviewed it. I didn't have any questions. I don't know
Okay,
if,
all right,
something
okay.
you want to add or if there are questions.
Are there
from the
any
board.
questions concerning the timeline dates that are given there? Anybody with any problems with any of those dates? Hearing none, do we hear a motion to adopt the schedule for the superintendent's annual evaluation?
Evelyn Wilson, I offer a motion to accept our superintendent's evaluation timeline.
Motion and second by Board Member motion by Board Member Wilson, second by Board Member Calhoun for the adoption of the schedule for the superintendent's annual evaluation. You've heard that motion and second. Any further questions or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by the voting sign aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. 8.2B. Ms. Howard? Okay.
That's how we come forward for the approval of the payroll calendar.
Good evening, Board Chair Reverend Privet. Good evening, Vice Chair Dr. Wilson, board members, and Superintendent Dr. Bridges. I come before you requesting an item for action approval of the payroll calendars for the traditional early colleges. Traditional school and early colleges, 12-month employees, 11-month employees, ISS employees, 9-month assistants, food service employees, school bus drivers, bus monitors, 10-month employees, and a summary of each payroll calendar as in your board book.
Okay. Are there questions concerning the payroll calendars for 2023-2024? Hearing none, do we hear a motion?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the 2023-2024 payroll calendar as presented.
Second.
Motion and second for the approval of the payroll calendars as presented for the years 2023-2024. You've heard that motion and second. Any questions or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by the using the voting sign aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. Item 8.3B, Mr. Hayes.
Good evening, Board Chair, Madam Vice Chair, Board members, Superintendent Dr. Bridges. Tonight, I request Board approval to purchase 120 iPads, cases, JAMP license for pre-K classrooms from CDWG in the amount of $43,842.18. Technology will use ESSER 3 funds, PRC 181 for this purchase. These iPads will be used to promote student engagement, collaboration, learning opportunities, and prepare students to enter kindergarten with the skills they need to be successful. Apple Inc. is a sole source provider for Apple products for public K-12 education institutions in the United States.
Are there questions for Mr. Hayes? Hearing none, do we offer a motion?
I make a motion to approve the purchase of 120 iPads, cases, and JAMS license for
pre-K classrooms from CDW in the amount of $43,842.18 using ESER 3 PRC 181 funds.
Second.
Motion and second, who was that on that end? Motion and second for the approval of the purchase of the iPads as presented. You've heard the motion and second. Any further discussion, questions, or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by using the voting sign aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carries. Item number 8.4B, and that's Mrs. Sykes.
We'll take Dr. Bass.
Okay? Dr. Bass is filling in.
Good evening, Board Chair, Madam Vice Chair, members of the Board, Superintendent Bridges. I stand before you in the stead of Megan Sykes, our EC Director, as she is requesting board approval for a contract addendum with, between Edgecombe County Board of Education and Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness Incorporated for occupational therapy services for the rest of the school year. In the estimated contract amount of $358,620. And the rationale behind this is because we have had a little over 50 students now who are in need of OT services. So Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness had to hire a part-time person to help serve all of our students. So that is the rationale behind the additional cost.
Okay. Are there questions for Dr. Bax? Hearing none, do we hear a motion?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the contract addendum between Edgecombe County Board of Education and Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness Incorporated for occupational therapy services for the 2022-2023 school year.
Second.
Motion and second for the approval of the contract addendum as presented. You've heard that motion and second. Any further questions or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by the voting sign aye. Aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. Item number 8.5, Ms. Howard.
Hi, good evening again, Reverend Board Chair, Dr. Wilson, Board members, Superintendent Dr. Bridges. Just as Superintendent Bridges mentioned, I just came back before you as an item of action to adopt into what we did bring before the county commissioners on the 25th of April. It's summarized, a little bit more itemized, so bringing it to you for approval and adoption.
Okay.
Any questions?
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, do we hear a motion? It has been motion and second for the approval of the superintendent's county budget request as presented. You've heard that motion and second. Any further discussion, questions, or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by the voting sign aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried.
Ms. Calhoun.
Calhoun. Item 8.6, Ms. Pierce.
Good evening, Board Chair Reverend Privet, Madam Vice Chair Dr. Wilson, board members, and Superintendent Dr. Bridges. I come before you tonight to request the board approval of the sole source service for conscious discipline for Martin Millennium Academy with funds provided by PRC 050 Title I funds. Conscious discipline will provide professional development support to improve the social emotional learning strategies school-wide. It is an evidence-based trauma-informed approach. The school has already partnered with Conscious Discipline previously in the year to provide professional development services, and they're seeking approval to be able to send staff members this summer to the Institute to preserve the continuity of services for their approach to social emotional learning. We are requesting the approval in the amount of $18,741.32.
Are there questions or concerns or comments? Hearing none, do we hear a motion? Go ahead. Yes, sir. All right.
In the future, is it possible for these staff members to provide staff development to other schools?
There is a potential that they could do that. So this is Title I, so it's specifically for this school allocation. But they would have the opportunity to share their learning through such things as our Amplified ECPS offerings that we do. Also, when looking at some additional professional development opportunities that we provide. I think some of their multi-classroom leaders are also attending, and so they'll be able to provide their learning with other multi-classroom leaders across the district as well.
Other comments or questions? Hearing none, do we hear a motion?
I make a motion to approve the conscious discipline as a sole source to provide professional development for social and emotional learning in the amount of $18,741.30 for Martin Millennium Academy using Title I PRC 50 funds.
Second.
Motion second by Dr. Johnson. You've heard that motion and second for the approval of 8.6B as presented. You've heard that motion and second. Any questions or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by using the voting sign aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. The next item was moved to 11.1. Mrs. Calhoun, would you take us into closed session?
I make a motion under the North Carolina Open Meetings Law, Section 143-318.11A, 1, A3, and A6, to go into closed session to consider personnel matters to consult with the attorney to preserve attorney-client privilege information and to prevent the disclosure of student records rendered confidential under the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act 20 U.S.C. 1232G, or disclosure of personnel matters rendered confidential under GS 115C-319-321. Second.
It has been motioned and second for us to go into closed session as presented by Board Member Calhoun. You've heard that motion and second. Any further discussion, questions, or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by using a voting sign aye. Opposers, like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. We need to move to been there for about 3 or 4 years now. And me too, but he's hung in there. He has some stick to it, but I guess he's tired. Okay, we are in open session. Item number 10.1, approval of the closed session items, personnel management.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve our closed session items, personnel management.
Motion and second for the approval of the personnel management as discussed in closed session. You've heard that motion and second. Any further questions or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by using the voting sign aye. Opposers like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. 10.1.2, closed session minutes. Do we hear a
Mr.
motion?
Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the closed session minutes.
Motion and second for the approval of the closed session minutes that we reviewed in closed session. You've heard that motion and second. Any further questions or discussion? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by their voting sign aye. Opposers like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. We're going to move before we move to 10.1, 11, board correspondence.
So 11.1B, we'll ask our attorney if she'll just share a little bit of what she shared in closed, see if there are any questions from board members, and I think then there will be a vote.
Okay.
Good evening, board members. I shared that my firm has a conflict of interest with respect to some of the demerger issues that have come up with the Nash Board of Education. So I've made referrals to the board for Mr. Larry Armstrong. So the request, I'm happy to answer any questions if the board is willing to consider a motion to approve Dr. Bridges moving forward for Mr. Armstrong with representation regarding demerger issues in the Nash Board of Education.
Okay. Are there questions? The item was 8.7, but we moved it for the approval of Mr. Larry Armstrong to represent the board in demerger issues with Nash Board of Education. You've heard that. Are there any further questions or discussions? Hearing none, do we hear a motion?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve Larry Armstrong for our board attorney for the demerger issues.
Motion and second for the approval of 8.7, the approval of Mr. Larry Armstrong to represent us in the demerger issues with Nash County. You've heard that motion and second. Any further discussion or questions or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by the voting sign aye. Aye. Opposers like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. Are there other items to be brought before us? Ms. Kent, I think you were going.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that our superintendent and board chair would request entry for the Board of Education, the Edgecombe County Board of Education, into Nash County schools this summer when the children are not there, so we can look at the facilities that we're going to inherit in the demerger, so we can start planning.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
It has been motioned and second that the superintendent, along with the board chair, ask for entrance into the Nash County schools for us so that we can prepare and plan for the demerger that's impending. You've heard that motion and second. Any further discussion, questions, or unreadiness? Hearing none, those in favor, let it be known by the voting sign aye. Aye. Opposers like sign. Ayes have it, and that motion carried. All right. Anything else to be brought?
Yeah, I just wanted to remind us that we have received an email from Department of Public Instruction related to any funding changes for Nash County. I will forward that email to each board member this evening, and we've agreed that I, along with our attorney, will have a meeting, conversation with Eric Evans and the county commissioner's attorney to resolve this. We've also stated that it would be best that they respond to the question that's been asked by Department of Public Instruction, and then we will share back with the board.